All right, Chiefs Kingdom. I went back and looked at last week's preview video against the Texans, and I said, hey, let's get 500 likes on today's show. It's a guaranteed win. Well, they won in overtime, and we got 455 likes. So, hey, you tell me, 500 likes probably would have been an easy dub. So let's not leave any doubt. Video, if you want the Chiefs to beat the Seahawks, hit that like button, and on today's show, we'll break down this matchup. You're watching the Chiefs Report by Chat Sports. I'm Harrison Graham, and on today's show, we've got a Week 16 preview between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Seattle Seahawks as Seattle comes to town on Christmas Eve. Chiefs 10.5-point favorites, over under 49 points. Seattle's kind of been trending in the wrong direction in recent weeks, but still a lot to play for as they remain in the NFC playoff hunt. You look at the injury report for Kansas City, things starting to clear up. There were more players who were sick on yesterday's report, but Michael Dana, Kalen Saunders still ill, did not practice today. Jody Fortson did not practice, dealing with an elbow injury. Chances are he will not play in this one. Blake Bell was not activated, but his practice window was open, but seems unlikely that he will be activated for this Sunday's game, so we'll see what happens there. Now, you look at the remaining schedule for Kansas City. Obviously, we're talking about the Seahawks game this week, but then it's a home game with Denver and then a road trip in Vegas, and the reason we bring this up is because every game is critical when it comes to seeding in the AFC playoff picture. Now, obviously, the Chiefs are going to be a top 3 seed at worst, but they're eyeing that number 1 seed in the AFC, and we've talked the scenarios out. Buffalo has the head-to-head, but if the Chiefs can win out and the Bills tie or lose just once, and they play Cincinnati, who's in the 3 seed right now here in Week 17, a lot can still change. So if you're the Chiefs, take care of business, win games, and you will be good to go. Now, who's going to get that top seed in the AFC? What do you guys think? Type BUF for Buffalo, type KC for Kansas City, or type CIN for Cincinnati? Who gets the top seed in the AFC? Let me know what you guys think. All right, let's get to some keys to victory here to take down Seattle. Eliminate DK Metcalf. Listen, Tyler Lockett is injured. He is not a factor, so DK Metcalf is the weapon for Geno Smith, and he's having another nice year. 75 catches for over 900 yards and 6 touchdowns, and with Lockett not in the picture, it should be a no-brainer to double-team DK Metcalf because he's really the only other big-time weapon on the outside for this offense. Take him out of the conversation and force Geno to go elsewhere. And Geno's played well this year. I'm not saying that'll make him an ineffective quarterback, but it makes things easier when you're going up against 2 tough receivers and one of those receivers is out. Double-team the other good one and then see if, wide receiver 3, wide receiver 4 types, tight ends can beat you consistently. I think you're going to be at a good position to have success as a secondary if you take DK Metcalf out of the equation. Now, Rocket Money is sponsoring today's show, and if you want to save money, go to Rocket Money. Download the app today, rocketmoney.com/ChiefsChat. What Rocket Money does is it puts all of your subscriptions in one place on one screen after you sign up and sync up your banking info, and you'll be shocked to find out how much per month you're spending on subscriptions with Netflix, Hulu, Prime Video, Spotify. This stuff adds up, and if you want to go through your subscriptions on the Rocket Money app and decide, hey, I don't want this subscription anymore, I don't want this one anymore, I want to cut that cost, all you got to do is click the cancel button next to any specific subscription you have. Rocket Money cancels it for you. They take care of it. You don't have to deal with any customer service with any of these companies. You're going to be good to go. You can also just monitor your overall finances, stay on top of your upcoming bills, and you'll be in a good position financially. And I know with me, got a kid on the way, got to start budgeting. RocketMoney.com/ChiefsChat. Rocket Money is helping me just do that. So go ahead and download the Rocket Money app today. All right, key number 2, match Seattle's desperation. Seattle is going to enter Arrowhead Stadium with a sense of desperation, right? Because they were in a really good position in the playoff picture a couple weeks ago, but they're on the outside looking in now in the NFC when you look at things. They're a half game back of Washington, game and a half back of the Giants, who they did beat head-to-head. So if you're Seattle, this is a must-win for the Seahawks. You could argue that in some ways this game is more important to them than it is for Kansas City, but you shouldn't approach it that way. Match their intensity, match their desperation. You know why? Because if you want the number 1 seed, this is a must-win for Kansas City. You lose to Seattle, you're done. I mean, Buffalo's not losing twice, I don't think. So you gotta win out if you're the Chiefs and you want a chance at the number 1 seed. Plus, if you lose and the Bengals beat the Bills next week, you could fall down to the 3 seed, which is not what you want. You want the highest seed possible. So, yes, Seattle needs to win to keep their playoff hopes alive. Chiefs have already clinched a spot, but if you want that top seed, you better bring it here on Christmas Eve. Subscribe to the channel for more Chiefs videos. The latest news and rumors can be found here on this channel. Game previews, playoff picture updates, and a whole lot more. So subscribe today. It's free. We're going to be here all season long. All right, key number 3, embrace the cold weather. Bundle up and go play. It's going to be very, very cold at Arrowhead this weekend. Projected game time wind chill temperatures, -6 degrees. Yeah, it's going to be brutal out there. But in these type of games, the tougher teams typically win. And, Patrick Mahomes has played pretty well in cold games, especially snow games. This is not going to be a snow game, but he's played well in these conditions in the past. Here's what he had to say on playing in cold weather. He says, I'll put that little neck warmer on that I always throw on. That doesn't look great, but it keeps my neck warm. I'm not a big throw a glove on guy or anything like that, so that's about it. We'll go out there and play. It's still football at the end of the day, and yeah, it might be football. It's going to be very, very cold, but I think that's just kind of a mature response of like, hey, we'll bundle up, we'll go play. They know what's at stake. They know the number 1 seed is potentially hanging in the balance these final 3 weeks, so got to play ball, and it kind of ties in with key number 2, match Seattle's desperation. You should want this game as much as they do, so that's going to be very key to, not worry about what the weather conditions are. Patrick Mahomes will have blank touchdowns this week. Fill in the blank for me down in the comment section. How many touchdowns for Patrick Mahomes? And hey, with a big performance, that MVP trophy could get closer and closer to number 15. So let us know, fill in the blank, how many touchdowns for Mahomes this week. All right, key number 4, from cold to hot, stay hot, Jerick McKinnon, as the Chiefs running back has become a pretty damn reliable weapon. You look at his last 3 games, I mean, he's getting it done on the ground. He's getting it done through the air as a receiving back, averaging over 5 yards per carry, 125 yards over the past 3 games, 191 receiving yards, 5 total touchdowns. I think there's a very strong argument to be made that after Travis Kelce and Juju Smith-Schuster, Jerick McKinnon is the Chiefs' best weapon and probably most reliable one. And I don't think, that's said in oh, that's a problem. I think he's just actually a legitimate weapon. I mean, he catches the ball well. He blocks well in pass protection. He runs the ball well. He's a really, really nice player, and he's proven that he can be a consistent weapon for this team. All right, then key number 5, win the turnover battle. I mean, guys, this is pathetic. The Chiefs are 30th in the NFL in turnover margin with a -6 turnover margin. They give it away too much, and they don't take it away enough. That trend has got to change. You've got to start getting takeaways, and you've got to stop giving the ball away, especially fumbles. Look, Mahomes' picks are annoying too, but nothing bugs me more than when a receiver or a running back puts the ball on the ground. No, the play's already been made. You don't get to fumble. That should be the mindset here. Do not put the ball on the turf, and it's just as simple as that. Take it away from Geno, give it to Patrick. That is the name of the game. That is how you win week in and week out in the NFL. So there you have it. Some keys to victory, injury updates, and whatnot. Predict the score, Chiefs, Seahawks. Let me know who's going to win this one on Christmas Eve and what the final score is going to be. My prediction, Chiefs win 30-21. I think the Chiefs don't quite cover the 10.5. I think this will be a bit of a battle, but I think Kansas City will emerge as victors. So Chiefs win 30-21. They improve to 12-3.